Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going over the Klein Multi-Tool. Brand new, they're like $35 off Home Depot. Sometimes they're on sale for $25. I got mine for $22. Anyways, we're going to go over some pros and cons, and let's get right to it. First con, just how heavy it is, guys. Honestly, it's about as big as like a center drive. So there's a lot of weight to it. For being, let's say $25, kind of medium price. It's really not a bad multi-tool, but is it useful for electricians? I don't think so. Towards maintenance guys, a little bit. If they modified a few things, I think it'd be way more useful. But anyways, let's go over some of the things here. Here I have my Weeha. It's a 4.5 tip, same size as that. Perfect for wall outlets. You also have your Phillips number 2. Actually, the Phillips number 2 is really good. It's just like the same quality as the one on your multi, the 1101. It's nothing to complain whatsoever. It digs in just fine. It's not some Ryobi, a big pack for $8, or anything like that. It's no Kershaw blade, guys. It is a $25 multi-tool. I've had this blade for, about a year or so, so it's got a few nicks and dings, and I've used the open cabinets and everything else I'm not supposed to. But for the most part, guys, I have my razor blade, so I don't really use the knife function. And if I was going to use the knife function all the time, I think I would be disappointed in it, quite honestly, because I'd have to sharpen it, and it's not the highest quality blade. So anyways, let's get to the next little tool. The second most useful thing to this is it has, bam, tweezers. We all get that metal on our finger, and guess what? It's painful. It hurts. You hate EMT. You hate bending on it whenever one of those slivers gets in your finger. And even if you're wearing gloves, guess what? It still gets in there. I don't know how, but it still happens. All right, guys, I went ahead and stripped some 14 gauge here to save a little time, but a little tiny nick in it, no big deal. It does 14 gauge just fine, solid. I got some 16 stranded. It does okay. So I'll go ahead and cut it real quick. I'll just do it live for you here. You do have to do the classic twist on this one, and it's not the most fluid for stranded, quite honestly. There we go. And as you can see, it kind of nicks a few of the other ones. My camera's not the greatest, but yeah, you can see it kind of nicks. It doesn't do the greatest for stranded 16. The 14 gauge is fine, guys, and for stranded, but the smaller one, not so great. Alright, we'll cut through some 14 gauge here. Alright, guys, I got some Romex 14-2 with ground. It's not as good as using some linemans or anything like that, or dikes, but it is what it is. It cuts okay. The blade can go through this, the sheath, no problem too. So all in all, guys, it's really not terrible. Yeah, like I said, guys, it's not terrible. It goes through 10 through 14 solid, stranded 12 through 16. I'd actually prefer it did some 10 because I had to hook up some cold saws and a couple of motors and whatnot, and they were running 10. So I'd like to see that. That'd be a little nicer. Honestly, your end here for, alright, guys, if you're gonna twist some wire with this thing, it grips okay, but it's no linesman or anything like that. The stranded it struggles a little bit with, but for solid, it can do okay with those two, guys. But once you get the 3 wires in there, it really struggles getting all 3 of them. So in that regards, like I said, guys, I think this should be geared a little more towards maintenance techs versus electricians. If you're an electrician, you're going to have your screwdrivers, it'll be the 1101 or whatever, and you're going to have your linesmans, and you're going to have your knife, and you're going to have your strippers, and that's your 4 main tools. I get that they're trying to do all in one, but this can't do all. We always have those tools on us, guys, so it doesn't replace those. I don't think it's really worth it as an electrician, and I'd rather have the Squirt or Southwire had one for $60. I wish I would have bought it. I regret it. It's like the MT001 or something like that. I feel like that would have been a way better option. For $25, guys, it really isn't bad. If you're on a budget and you're like, I really want one, yeah, get it, man. It's really not that bad. But honestly, guys, I'd rather, just save up, see if I can find that Southwire one somewhere online, or just go ahead and get like a, Skeletal by Leatherman or something like that. So anyways, guys, like I said, my mission, guys, is just to save you from buying bad tools. like I said, if they had a couple more things on this, I think it would totally be worth it. But then, the price would be $60, $80, and at that point, you're got heavy competition. So anyways, guys, see you in the next video, and stay safe out there.